Hey, everybody, welcome to the Danny Miner podcast. Believe it or not, this is episode 21, and we have Lisa. Am I saying it right?
Lisa, yeah.
We have her on, and listen, we just talked for 10 minutes. She has the stories, everyone. That's for sure. But let me tell you how I met her first, and we could talk about that. I met her on the set of Easy Waltz. We were both in the movie. Was that your first movie?
That is my very first actual acting movie, yes.
Oh, awesome. That's awesome. Yeah, that was mine too. When Dawn told me about it, she's like, this is like a major movie. So when I went on set, I didn't know what to expect. Did you know what to expect?
No, I was like standing there. I didn't expect anything, but standing there and just seeing all these like major stars, I was just like, oh, I can't believe I'm literally like 4 or 5 feet away from.
I know.
Yeah.
It was crazy. I mean, seeing Vince Vaughn, seeing Al Pacino, it was insane, but it was so much fun.
It was fun.
So what is your goal? I know you were Rise Talent. You know what I mean? What is your goal? Is it to be an actress? Is it be a host? I know you've done hosting and you could tell us what you just did, but let us know.
Yeah, so I actually have been working the corporate job my entire life, and I started businesses doing events. But this really fell into my lap. I then am fulfilling a dream of mine since I was a child, and now I want to model. I do also like on-camera host because I've done many events where I did speak to a lot of different entrepreneurs and also acting. So all three.
Oh wow, that's good. That's good. Yeah, I mean, I got into this by accident.
Same.
I started doing podcasting, and I mean, I started doing TikTok. Then I got into podcasting. Then I met Dawn, and then I don't know how I got into this, but I'm all into this. Like everything, just like you. Whatever comes my way, I'll take it.
Yeah.
You want me to go speak on a podcast? I'm there. You want me to be in a movie? I'm there. If you want me to be a background actor, I'm there. I don't care.
Yeah.
I'll do anything.
It's fun.
It's fun to get to, and you know what? Think about that movie set we were on. You know, oh, Dawn's out. Think about that movie set we were on. I mean, there we are. All of a sudden, we're with these famous people. They're putting makeup on us. I'm thinking, how the hell did I even get here?
Yeah, it was like a dream, right? Like, is this real?
Honestly, it was.
Yeah.
Dawn's busting me. I think Dawn's busting me. Saturday nude. I told her that I do no nude scenes for this next movie that we're doing. I said no nude scenes. You'd have to pay me with crumble cookies to do nude scenes.
I told her the same thing. I said on Saturday I'm auditioning, but I'm not going nude.
I told her this is a prison movie. I see myself in a shower showing my butt or something. I'm like, I want no part of this.
Dropping the soap or something like that in
the shower. Yeah, I was talking to her about that, but it should be fun. So are you gonna do this too?
Yeah.
All right, cool. Yeah, I'm all in. Hopefully, I'll work out. I got to practice. I've been practicing my acting. I actually found a YouTube site that you can actually practice at home. So I've been practicing. So hopefully I'll get better.
That's good.
So yeah, I'm excited for what part are you trying out for Saturday? Do you know?
I think there's like hospital staff, there's a guidance counselor, there's a call girl and a prostitute. As long as it's not naked. Nude.
I'm too old to do nude scenes. I told Maria and Dawn. Unless crumble cookie. I do like crumble cookie. I might do it for that.
Oh my God.
But I can't. I'll probably see you there Saturday. I'll probably come Saturday. So I'll definitely see you. But listen, let's get into this. Listen, I talked to you a little bit on the movie set, but then I heard you have a story that your landlord was spying on you. You have a ton of stories, but let's do this first one. So how is the landlord spying on you? Let's hear this because, like I said, my audience is 70% women. So they're going to want to hear this story.
Okay, it wasn't even, okay, yes, landlord, but also this guy was a family friend that my mom had referred me to rent a room in his place. And so it was like the second bedroom that I was renting. So one night, my ex at the time came over to pick me up so we can go to dinner. So I was getting ready. And while he was waiting, do you remember back in the days when they had the scrambler and they had, those movies where you could record it on VHS tape?
Yes, I know exactly what you mean. Yes.
So you'd record movies and you can rewatch it again later. Anyways, my roommate, which is the landlord at the time, loved recording movies. And so I would just like grab a tape on top of his VCR and, watch movies.
You don't look that old that you can remember VCRs.
Thank you.
You don't. Go ahead. I'm sorry to interrupt you.
Yeah, no. So he went camping that weekend, and my boyfriend picked me up, and I was getting ready for dinner. So I pop in the VHS tape for him to watch the movie, and I kid you not, I was standing there, and it was me on the video, like naked in the bathroom. I mean, it was my bathroom. Like literally I'm looking at myself in the mirror and you could see where the camera is coming from. So this motherfucker put a camera behind the mirror because it was one of those like those.
Oh my God.
Like planted it there. And then not only that, but while in my bedroom, when you're just in your bedroom getting ready, obviously you're changing or you're sleeping. And yeah, there were, anyways, to make a long story short, I then saw myself on this video. I had to make a copy of this tape, but also make sure that he didn't know that I found out about it. I took the video and brought it to the police station so they could see. And again, that's another story, but it was the police was back there watching my video for.
Oh no!
Yeah.
No.
Yeah. Sickos.
Oh my God. Well, listen, I believe you the police did that because that's how they are.
I know.
Oh my God. Did you make a complaint?
I didn't make a complaint with the police, but basically I was, I pretty much really was in shock when that happened. During my lunchtime, I had to do my own investigation myself. I went back home. I unscrewed the mirror to make sure that there's a camera behind, the mirror, and, and looking at where all the different places were. And so I did report him to the police. The FBI did finally end up arresting him. And they found 40 porn videos, different cameras. I'm sure there were other videos of if it had guests, that did come over. But anyways, he got off. He literally pretty much, he got out and had to go through court for years fighting this guy.
Oh my gosh. So let me get this correctly. So the guy you were living with, it was just your roommate. You didn't have no relationship with him at all. It was just somebody you're sharing rent with. I assume this was California because people do that in California, right?
California, and he was a family friend. Someone who goes to our family parties.
Oh, he's a family friend.
Yeah.
Like your parents and stuff.
Friends with my parents.
Oh my God, that's even worse.
Yeah, and I had, brothers and sisters, younger ones too, during that time.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Well, listen. So let me get this straight now. So he liked watching videos. So you find one of these videos, you put it in the VCR, and you realize it's you. Am I right?
Yeah.
It's like a scary movie.
It actually got me obsessed with watching Law and Order Special Victims Unit after that, because I was trying to figure out how to get him in trouble.
Right. Oh my God. He should have been in trouble for that. He invaded your privacy.
Yeah. And I was young back then, and it was, yeah.
Oh my God. Oh, were you like a teenager?
I was 19 years old.
Oh my God. How old was this dude?
He was in his 40s.
Oh my God, that's disgusting.
Yeah,
Oh my
I
God.
pretty much lost, like, I mean, I pretty much was in shock at that time, which actually like led me to, obviously, like, I couldn't move back to my mom's house, and I couldn't, I had to move out of that place. And I had to live in my car for like over a year.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
You lived in your car for over a year.
Yeah.
Oh my God. How did you get through that? I'm so
I
sorry
was
about
still I was still working a corporate job, so I was working my 40-hour work week, and I would stay over at like friend's house in their couch, friend to friend. And then I had all of my clothes in the back of my car. So when people say like being homeless, I was actually able to experience that, but people just didn't know what I was going through at that time. But
Wow.
it's like brought me into that shock place. I couldn't trust anybody. Um, so yeah, like I don't even think my family knew I was going through that either. So
Oh my God. That is so horrible. Oh my God. So let me ask you this. Do you like say you go rent an Airbnb now? Are you nervous about that stuff? I mean, I guess you would be, right?
So for a while, I so it's almost like ironic, right? Because now I like to be on camera and I want to act, and so
Right.
I would say that I would say for a while I didn't even know that that's actually what I really wanted to do, is be on camera, like be on TV, an actor, and I I guess unknowingly um wasn't even really thinking about it. Like I blocked it, I would say. And but like everywhere, every time I like see a movie or anything that has to do with someone being like videoed and things like that, it just always like brings me back to, to when that happened.
Right.
Um, but it took a while for me to really deal with it and heal from that. So now, like, if I were to go on Airbnb, uh, it's like maybe I'll think about it, but then I just won't even go there.
And you know what? I will guarantee you this goes on more than we know. And how
Mhm.
many people get away with it? Because you can buy like little cameras the size of pens, the size of pins.
So, do you want to hear what's crazy? Is
Go
that
ahead.
if you videoed someone, it's actually not a criminal offense. But if you recorded somebody, it is. So he got away with it with a minor charge because it's video. But if he,
I was just gonna say that you can't audio people, but you could videotape them, which
yeah,
is weird. But now listen, if you're outside, that's a different story. But if the person doesn't know they're being audioed, like you can't go into your boss's office and say, "Oh, my boss treats me like shit, so I'm gonna record him." You can't do
you
that. That's
can,
actually against the law.
yeah, but
I
you
know a
could
lot of people
still,
don't realize that. It's weird. You can videotape them, but you can't audio tape them. It's weird.
right, yeah. So he got away with
It's
it with
crazy.
minor, yeah.
They said somebody said they say you should use a marker in the mirror to check. I don't know how that works though.
How does that work?
I don't know. Now I saw a couple things on TikTok where there's like a machine, like a little thing, like a pen you could check for cameras. It notifies you if there's cameras in the room.
Oh,
I
you
don't know.
scan it. There's like a scanner thing that you buy now.
Yeah, I'm thinking about doing that on TikTok Shop and promoting it. I think it'll work because
Yeah.
my
Um,
God, yeah, it's on TikTok. They said, yep, it's on TikTok.
yeah, actually I did kind of try that out because there was, when I was renting a room from that was like a house and I had a landlord that was also living there, I actually did try to look for something like that just to scan my bedroom, make sure that
Right.
I'm being recorded. Yeah.
Oh my God.
But
Now
imagine,
somebody's saying you could use your finger also, but I don't know how you could see. Yeah, I guess you could feel a hole in the glass. I'm guessing. I don't know. You
but you
know.
gotta remember that even on the actual TV itself, or even the VCR recorder, you can somebody or anyone can actually. What he did was he had added a video camera, one of those really small ones, poked a hole in the in like in the VCR, so you don't even know that there's a camera there.
Oh, that's what. Okay, I got it. I know what you mean.
Yeah.
Oh my
So
God.
they found 5 cameras in different place places in my room and in the bathroom.
Yeah. What we did, see, when I was a detective, we had cameras like that. Like if we had like thieves keep hitting a place, like an office building or something like that, believe it or not, we would set up cameras. I had an office building that everybody in the office building said, somebody's going through my desk at night and they're stealing change from my desk, they're stealing this. And like this office building actually called the police over this. Okay, that people were going through their desk. So the one lady's desk, believe it or not, the one lady's desk was hit 3 times. So all I did is we had a pencil sharpener camera. So this thing looked like a pencil sharpener. And we put it on her desk with a camera. The next day she calls me and says, the camera went off. We caught somebody. Believe it or not, I caught the security guard stealing. The security guard was going through everybody's desk. Everybody's.
That's
so you just never know. People are crazy. They're just insane. It's insane.
Yeah, so now I know that some people put a camera so that you can see if anybody's doing something, but in this case, somebody had placed a camera, but to use it for evil or bad purposes.
Yes, exactly. And like I said, I guarantee you, there's people getting away with it right now. It's sick. You can't even go to the bathroom. You know, at least you ladies can. It's crazy. It's insane. It really is.
Yeah. I mean,
and you see it every day. I mean, I see it every day because I review different crimes throughout the day because I got to do videos. I try to do 3-4 videos a day. And there's sickos out there. I worry about my daughters. I have young daughters. They're sickos.
I mean, tons of sex offenders. I'm sure they have their tricks up their sleeves and put cameras or whatever other things that they do that you don't even know they're like right in front of you.
Oh, exactly. Oh, I guarantee it. And you know, like you said, some of them know the law. They might be audio taping. It's insane. It's totally insane. But these cameras now, you can buy them now. Honestly, they're pinholes. I mean, so it's even hard to detect them. I mean, it's crazy.
Yeah. Oh, you get them on Amazon, and it's like this really small.
Yeah. I mean, it's a sick world. So now listen, I don't want to have all guy hating, but we have to go to the next story, which is even more guy hating. It seems like my channel is always the guy hating channel.
I didn't mean it.
But listen, it's just guys, we're bad. So you guys ladies have a lot of stories. So what I heard now, correct me if I'm wrong, you had a business with a partner, which was your boyfriend, and he ended up stealing $1 million from you, right?
So I started a business with him, and the first year it was like really my first business where I made my first million. And then the following year, it grew. And really, I was just working because I wanted to reinvest back into my business. And I was
you weren't spending the money, you were just reinvesting, right?
I was a workaholic. Like I really wanted this business to succeed. And so I never really got to, I would say, I didn't get to travel. I was really busy. I was a single mom. You know, my son was still in high school at that time. And anyways, I was traveling. It was 2015. And I put together events. I organized events, and my card wasn't working at the time. I had just bought a house with this guy. And I came back home, and I thought, maybe because I was out of state and my card wasn't working, and I had asked, hey, my card isn't working. And then he pretty much like said that he took me off the account. And then when I tried to go to the bank and try to get my money and, tried everything to get that, he pretty much wiped my account. He wiped out my account, and I was left with nothing.
Oh my God. That's horrible. Horrible. So this happened to you twice already. Well, basically twice from different men. Oh my God. That's insane. So you never got the money back. Did you sue them? What happened?
I had to, it took me a few years to find some lawyers or attorneys who would actually take my case, because I couldn't afford even like an attorney to help me. And
Right.
and these lawyers found me, or they actually heard about my story, and they were willing to help me out. And I had to actually go through trial in court against this
Oh,
guy, because instead of, so I was basically like suing him to get my money back, but
okay.
instead he like turned around and was wanting to take more money from me.
Oh my God. Oh my God. How
Like
long were you in a
delusional.
relationship with this guy?
Huh?
How long were you in a relationship with him?
Oh, I've known the guy. He was my friend for like 14 years.
Oh
And
my
then
God.
something happened along the way where he just kind of went cuckoo and decided that he wanted to like take my money or something. And he won't, and I even said half it with me and then you can go away, but he didn't even want to do that either. It's
Oh my
unfair.
God.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh my God. That's horrible.
Talk
That
about
is horrible.
being greedy. It's pretty
Oh
much.
my God. So you had the spy and you had this one. Now, rumor is that you may have sued the 49ers too. Can we talk about that?
Oh God. Yes, I did.
Go ahead. Let's hear that one. You got
Uh,
some good stories.
I don't know if I'm allowed to even talk about this, but I'm gonna say it anyways. But I
Is it
pres-
over? Is the suit over?
it's over. Nothing
Oh,
happened
okay. If it's
to me.
over,
So I feel like I got screwed, really.
right.
I got invited to an event. It was a private event with, the 49ers that put
Right.
together. And I pretty much slipped and fell at this, the venue that they had. It was really slippery and there was like ice on the ground. And I ended up twisting my knee. And this was actually on video where you could see me like falling and I'm just like standing there. And I ended up having to get like, I ended up getting surgery. So I had a torn ACL and meniscus. All of my contracts that I had during that time had to get canceled because I was not able to perform any of my work because I had to do surgery and I couldn't walk. And then what ended up happening was that, it took a while for me to get treatment. And when it was finally, when I could finally walk and I went through my physical therapy, the pandemic happened.
Oh
So,
my God.
so all of us were like stuck, right, for 2.5 years during COVID. I was already stuck about like a year before that.
Oh my God. So you were like not doing anything for 2 years, right?
No, so 1 year before, and then the pandemic with the month February when the doctor said you can finally go back to work, you can walk, everything. 2 weeks after that, they announced that everyone had to go on quarantine.
Oh God. Oh God. I listen, the pandemic drove me nuts, so I'm assuming it was horrible for you there.
Oh, I was already like after the fact, and then so I watched everyone kind of go through what I had gone through during the
Uh-huh.
time when I was like stuck, like stuck at home. But anyways, the bad part about it is that I did, sue them and I had to go through all of that. But um they turned around and pretty much, made me look bad as a person, as if like I pretty much just made it up or was lying about like what happened to me so I could get money. That's really like the bottom line of it all. Um, so I decided, I'm like, you know what? I'm just not going to go through this. It's just too
Right.
much.
You're right. Well, listen, let's talk about something. We just talked about 3 bad things that happened to you. Let's talk about good things.
Yes.
So, listen, I talked to you a little bit. You were like, well, I didn't see big celebrities, but listen, it was a cool thing. Tell everybody what you were just the host of.
I was a host during the Emmys, and I was a red carpet insider. So there were probably about like 300 mixed celebrities, A-listers, influencers that attended this event during the Emmys. And I was able to interview multiple celebrities that were there. And it was really fun. I was excited. It was such a great
Have you
experience.
ever did that before?
No, that was my first time. And I'm going to be doing the Oscars too. So that's bigger.
You're going to do the Oscars.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. So what? Tell us how you got this. Did you try out for it? What happened here? How did you get this?
So I am part of many different women community. I think I mentioned this earlier that I've put together events for women entrepreneurs and those have businesses. And I'm part of this community. And it's really about empowering other women and really encouraging them with doing things. And I saw an application that there is a gifting lounge that's going to be happening during the Emmys, and I ignored it because I didn't think it was real. So I just thought it was an ad or something like that. Anyways, I saw it again on my feed and applied for it, and I did ask the owner, "Hey, is this spot still open? Can you tell me more about it?" And yeah, it was actually really the opportunity. And she's like, "I have one spot left," and so
my
I
God.
right away. I got it, and it was just happened.
That is awesome. See, and people, you got that because you said, you know what, I'm going to try for this. People don't try. I don't get that. The worst thing that can happen is no. I never understand that. Like, honestly, I like being around you guys, like, especially when I go to Rise Talent, because we're all like people that want to get ahead. We're all trying to do stuff. We're all trying to not just sit on the sofa and die. Do you know what I'm saying?
No.
Because a lot of my friends, I see them on Facebook, they're sitting on the sofa and waiting to die. I swear to God. And I just don't get it. I want to live.
And people always say like, "Oh, you're so lucky," or "Oh, like, you're getting all." Actually, yes, I'm lucky, but the thing is that it's about like getting yourself out there, and it's a choice of like doing something. If you put yourself out there and you continue to grow, which is really what it is that try new things, take risks, then you're gonna do whatever you want to. You can do whatever you want to do.
I totally agree. And here's the thing, when I started being a content creator, right?
Mm-hmm.
Who the hell would have thought that I could be a content creator, right? I'm in my 50s. My daughters are like, "Dad, this is for young people. This is this." And you know what? Here I am with, 300, almost 350,000 followers. I mean, who would have thought? I mean, it's insane. So I say to people, always go for it. It might work out. What's the worst thing that happens? It don't. I mean, I just don't get it. And I'm sure you feel the same way. It frustrates me to watch people just sit at home and wait to die. I swear to God, it frustrates me.
They're just fucking lazy.
Yes. And they'll say, "I'm this, I'm that, I can't get ahead." You're not doing shit. That's why you can't get ahead. You're doing the same thing you always did. Yeah,
the ones who complain too much are the ones who are lazy, pretty much.
Yes. Yes. And people do. I see it on my Facebook. "Oh, this is bad. This is bad." Well, get off your ass, get a hobby, go do something.
Start walking.
I just don't get it.
Yeah.
I mean, when Dawn told me about, that the Easy Waltz movie, I was in. Yeah. I never did it before, but I'm in. She asked me about this other movie. Yeah, I'm in. I don't care. I'm going to try whatever I could. Somebody asked me to be a comedian. I was never a comedian in my life. I'm going to do that too.
Yeah.
Why not? What's the worst? No one laughs? That's the worst thing that could happen, right?
Yeah, I mean, so here's the thing to that. I actually before would tell myself and tell people that I will never be like a public speaker. I could never go up on stage and just start talking. I was like, I will be the person who would get the speaker ready, like, teach them and tell them exactly, like, organize their travel and tell them, here's what you need to do. But I said, I would never go up on stage and speak.
And now here you are interviewing people.
And then guess what happens during the pandemic? I was there on stage speaking, and people were watching me on virtually and in person, and it was such a great experience. The nervousness kind of like went away.
Right. And that's the thing. Like, I'm going to be honest with you. I had a guy on my TikTok. He puts out missing people all the time. All his thing is missing people, missing children. And this guy is so dedicated. He does it for nothing. Not only does he do videos, he goes out there and searches for these people for nothing.
Oh,
but
wow.
his TikTok, he had 5,000 followers. I have 300 and some thousand. This guy does better work than me, but he's not outgoing enough to get on camera. So he reached out to me and I told him, no matter how hard it is, you got to go on camera. You have to go on camera. I convinced him. And listen, the first time I watched him, he was awkward as hell. He was nervous. He didn't want to be on camera. And he still gets like that a little bit. But now his following went up. People are following him. He's getting the word out there more. You just got to leave that comfort zone. And most people will never leave that comfort zone. Never. They're comfortable. That's the worst place to be, is comfortable. The worst.
Yeah, no, you know what it is? I think it's like the first time that you go on camera, it's scary. Like, I'm not going to lie. I used to be scared to go on video. Like, you're thinking about, what am I going to say? You know, like, what if I look stupid? Just like all these things kind of come to mind. But I think like the more you do it, the more that you go on interviews, the more you go on videos, after a while, even if you look dumb, it's like, who gives a shit?
Right. Right. I mean, I mess stuff up all the time. And you know what? So what? You know, 99% of the time I'm right. 1% I'm wrong. I did a video the other day I had to take down because it was totally wrong. Somebody said to me, yo, this is wrong. I had to hurry up and delete it, get rid of it. You know what I mean? So you never know, you know? Yeah. But there's just people out there that, like, when I tell people I do content creation for a living, you know what some people say to me? Why don't you get a job? That's what people say to me. They don't realize how hard this is and how hard this was for me to build this. You know?
It takes a lot. Like, I know this. It's like a full-time job. Even just trying to post, edit. I mean, it takes a long time to kind of build
content, you know?
Yeah.
If I had, this one's gonna, my followers will go off on this. If my followers would just send me content, they'll start yapping now, because my last 2 million videos, one went to 6 million. It was actually sent to me by a follower.
Okay.
My last 2 pinned videos were sent to me by followers because they give me the information. You know, I wake up in the morning now and the info's there. But in the beginning, I used to have to do this by myself. And I'm going to tell you this, and I think you took my class, right? My social media class.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
The biggest thing people do is they give up. Like, they'll post a video and it doesn't go, and they're like, well, I tried. Right? Listen, I posted 3 videos today. None of them went. None of them. Am I going to quit tomorrow? No, I'm going to post 3 more tomorrow. You know, people just, they give up. They just give up. They really
and that goes with business, owning a business too, is that, it's hard. It takes time. You know, even after like a year or so, you might not, make whatever it is that you want to make, but you just don't give up.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. You can't. And people do. And listen, my daughter wants to be a content creator, right? Both of them do. And my one daughter's like, I give up. I only got 200 views. Yeah, but it'll come. I only got 200 views for a year.
Yeah.
For a year. And you got to deal with that until you get established. Because once you get established, TikTok will push your videos more. I don't do all great videos. They just push mine more. You know what I mean? Because I got established. And that's how you got to get. And I'm trying to do that on YouTube now. And it's a struggle, but I'm doing it little bit by little bit. I'm going to get there. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I think you also have to be really creative with your videos. I think you mentioned this too before, is that you got to have the hook or something that people like to talk about.
Yes.
Kind of like what's going on right now with all the things that's going on right now.
Yeah, especially with Diddy and all that stuff right now. But I mean, like I said in our social media class, a lot of people will do this. They'll be like, hi, everyone. Did you hear what happened to P. Diddy? You're scrolling. Hi, everyone. Did you see the breaking news? Nobody's going to listen to that. So you have to, when people yell that I talk too loud, I talk loud because it gets people's attention. They're like, yo, why is this guy screaming? And they look around and then they listen to me because I got their attention. And I'm not saying scream. I'm just saying do something that gets their attention. Something.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? And I think I was telling you guys on the social media class, I tell the end of the story in the beginning. So whatever the climax of the story is, I tell it because then people want to hear what led up to that. So that's what I do right in the beginning. You know, like I'll say, he had 1,000 bottles of lube. You know what I mean? Baby oil, right? I will say that right off so people are like, what? 1,000 bottles of baby oil? You know what I mean? So that's how you got to get their attention. You can't get their attention by, hi, breaking news. I'm Danny. I'm going to give you the news over here. It's not going to work. You know, it's not going to work.
So I guess
people think of what, and then people will, and you got to try things. People will try things. They don't work. They just give up. Oh, I tried. I posted 4 videos. I give up.
No, you can't give up.
But that's how people are. You know that.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's crazy. Look at, they're busting me, all these followers of mine. So listen, are you on TikTok now too?
I'm on TikTok now, yeah.
Listen, put it out there so my followers follow you. And when I post these videos, I'll put your thing up because I'll post these all on YouTube too.
Yes, yeah. So they can follow me at IAM Liza, which is Liza Millan, Millan.
Okay, cool. And we'll put that, like I said, when I post these videos, what I'll do is I post like little clips of what we talked about, and I'll post that on YouTube.
Okay.
And then and this video will stay on YouTube forever. So we'll have this podcast on there. So you could share it, you could send it to everybody. So, you know, and you're welcome back on here anytime. Anytime.
Well, I never run out of things that happen.
So listen, we wanted to talk a little bit. You mentioned that you wanted to talk politics a little bit.
Well, we can. You can ask me anything about politics. You can ask me like what.
I hope we're on the separate aisles because it'll be more fun if we are.
Okay.
Are you Harris or Trump?
Oh God, I'm Trump. I mean,
really?
I don't want Harris to win.
Okay, then we're on the same team.
Yeah. Are you kidding me? The freaking country's gonna go down. I mean, it's already going down.
Listen, the only thing that I look at it honestly is crime. I mean, crime is so bad right now. It's just and groceries and gas, and I just don't know how you can sit up there and say vote for me when you didn't do nothing for 4 years. I just
if anything, like they're the ones who's adding to it.
Yes. I just don't get it. And here's the thing, and I think I said this on my videos. These celebrities that try to influence people's votes is the funniest thing I've ever seen. So Taylor Swift is going to tell me who to vote for because she sings good. It's the dumbest thing I ever heard.
Just like how she was like, you know, in Super Bowl. Like, you have nothing to do with football.
I know. And like I said, if Diddy was not arrested, Diddy would be telling people who to vote for. And they'd have Diddy at the White House. He'd be telling them who to vote for. And it's a total ploy. It's a total scam. I can't see how people don't see it. It drives me insane.
Oh,
and people can look at this and say, oh, look at Diddy supports them. No, he doesn't. I mean, it's so dumb.
So I wonder what they're saying now that he got caught, and then all these other people that he's probably going to tell on, like that's being dragged along in this process. I'm sure they're all scared shit. You know what I mean?
I know it. I'll tell you what. This case. Who do you think? Do you think more are going to go down with this Diddy case? Because I do.
Yeah, more.
Easy, right? Because listen, I don't know if you know what the police do, but and especially the FBI, they go in there and take every single electronic.
Yeah.
They know everything that happened.
Oh, yeah.
Everything on them computers, the cell phones, everything.
I mean, did you hear and see how like Usher started deleting a lot of his posts on his social
now
media?
They said Pink did too. I don't know what Pink has to do with this, but they said she deleted her whole entire TikTok.
Well, they're all involved with something. I mean, you're even more guilty that you're deleting stuff.
So I know. Obvious. And listen, I don't know how dumb they are because there's nothing, you can't delete it.
No.
Elon Musk just said, he goes, the X is a crime scene. They could get everything. You could delete whatever you want. It's still there. Elon Musk posted it.
Stored in your archive.
It's stored. And I was telling, and a lot of people don't realize this. I said it on a video last night. Think of this, right? You type in something in the search bar, but you never search it. You just type it in, like, say, I like toy trains, whatever. But you don't search it, and you thought, nah, I don't want to search that. I want to search something else. And you erase it. They could see that. Even if you didn't search it, they could see what you typed and you didn't search. I know that for a fact.
It's on in your history.
It's in your history. They will see everything. People are like, I'll throw my computer in a lake. They can get it out of there and still see it.
Yeah.
It's never gone. You're screwed. If the cops come and take your computer and phones, it's over. Just take your sentence.
I'm sure there's tons of evidence and more are going to come out.
Yes.
So it's just like watching a movie, just kind of like unfold.
Yes. Oh my God. My gut tells me, honestly, people have been texting me about the case and they're like, they feel bad for Justin Bieber because they think he's going to end up being a victim out of this.
He is a victim. I mean, I already knew that a while back. I mean,
he was a little boy when he was living with Diddy, right?
Yeah, he was like, he wasn't even like 16 yet.
And he believe it, I can't remember exactly, so I am old. He got famous on YouTube, right?
He used to do like videos online, and I think like Daddy forced himself to literally like force and just say like,
forced him to be a singer. That's right.
Be a singer, and he actually was like avoiding, because he was like young, like he didn't really understand.
Yeah.
And so yeah, I think that's like, and then, obviously like he probably started to give him stuff and cars and everything. And that's, poor kid.
I know. I guarantee you. Oh God, I don't even want to think about it. Honestly, it's disgusting. It's disgusting. Think about how many people he probably sexually assaulted. Men and women.
Men and
women.
Yeah.
I mean, it's crazy
Gross.
to even think and it's crazy to think how long it went on without anybody getting arrested.
Oh, a lot of it's not just him. There's like more of them who's doing that.
Oh, I know. I can't wait to. I just pray and hope they go down. And I don't know how they could hide this time. It's gonna go down.
And people were making fun of Kanye back then. I already believed Kanye when he was talking about all that stuff. They thought he was crazy, but he's actually telling the truth.
And Cat Williams too. The comedian Cat Williams, he came out and said the same thing, and everybody's like, "Oh, Cat Williams is crazy." Listen, I just want everybody to know that's what people do. When somebody's telling the truth, they try to discredit them by saying they're crazy.
Just
that's
like
the
Trump.
number one thing to do.
Just like what they're doing to Trump, same thing. Like,
yes.
He's
racist, he's crazy, and the people believe it.
Mm-hmm.
It's just shocking to me. It really is. It shocks the hell out of me that people are so weak. And Taylor Swift told me to vote for this person, so I'm going to vote for him. That's the stupidest thing I ever heard in my life. But yet people will do it.
But you'll start seeing people that are probably involved or that you wouldn't even think that they're part of it, but they are part of it. Oh,
yeah. And I guarantee you there's going to be some females involved. If Pink's already deleting her stuff, and I heard J-Lo, the rumor is, what's his name, left J-Lo because of this.
Ben Affleck.
Ben Affleck, that he knew it was coming down. You got to remember she was married to him.
Oh, yeah. Oh, there's more. And I feel like that, like Diddy is just the beginning. There's a lot more people. I mean, isn't Diddy like really good friends with LeBron?
Yes. If that happened, I would celebrate. Honestly, I haven't drank in 6 years, but I'm drinking. If LeBron is in handcuffs, I'm drinking.
I can't stand that guy. I can't stand him.
I can't stand LeBron James. He could unite this world. Instead, he separates us all. He's a big celebrity. He can unite us, but he separates us all. I said what I said.
He just thinks he's a shit, but he sucks.
I know. I can't wait till he's out of the league. And Pink, Beyonce, yep. I think these
Jay-Z.
I forgot about Jay-Z. Oh, that would be another one. Oh
Yeah,
my
one of
God.
the top main ones is JC and Beyonce. I already knew this years ago. I was just keeping quiet.
Hey, I heard another rumor on TikTok. Again, rumor. The rumor is that Diddy is also involved not only in Tupac's murder, but Biggie's too. They believe he killed
Yeah.
both of them.
Well, isn't he gonna be like in trouble now because Shook One is in prison? So
I think he's gonna end up going down for that. I do.
yeah, I have a
I
feeling
think
too. Because you know how like everyone else either died or they went to prison, but then like why is only Diddy the one person that's free?
right. Yeah, yeah, I agree. And here's the thing. I mean, they're not going to be able, like Jeffrey Epstein, right?
Yeah.
They kept that list secret. They're not going to be able to keep this secret. And let me tell you why. The reason is because all that evidence is going to be known to the public when Diddy goes to trial.
Oh,
so it's
yeah.
got to be brought out in trial.
Oh,
so
totally.
people are going to go down. They're not going to be able to hide it this time. They really aren't. They hid the Jeffrey Epstein thing. I don't care what anybody tells me. They hid that.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, I think you're looking at least 5 more people getting arrested. I really do. I
think
believe
it's
that.
like they're about to go down, but I also think that this is just my assumption that there's the whole Diddy thing is a distraction for something even bigger.
Oh my God. I don't know if we can handle anything bigger anymore in this country. Oh my God.
Well, people need to wake up. Like, stop acting like you don't see shit and listen, wake up.
I agree with you. My sisters, I have 2 sisters. They are more Republican than me. They are more Republican than me. But they hate Donald Trump and they refuse to vote for him. And then they'll say to me, oh, I hate this, I hate that. I said, well, you're voting for it. You can hate it all you want. For some reason, you're voting for it. I don't know why. Because you hate this man, because everybody told you to hate him. I just don't get it.
I don't.
I just don't. And sometimes I think, like, I'm the kind of person that I'll look at myself and think, am I wrong? Like, I start thinking, maybe it's me, right?
No, but when you finally get facts, though, have you ever noticed that when you have facts and you can see it right there and you're presenting to them the facts and telling them all about it, they look at you and start changing the subject, or they start talking about like something else, like they didn't even hear what you said.
Oh, I totally agree with you. Like, what irritates me is police shootings, and we can say shooting because we're not on TikTok. But the truth of the matter is police 100% shoot white males more than they shoot black males. It's a fact. It's on every study everywhere. More white people get killed by the police than black people, but the press will never say that because it doesn't fit the agenda.
You know, the media will always change the actual real thing of what's happening, and people believe what they see on the media.
And I'm gonna say this: I believe the true enemy to our country right now is the media. They're both lying to us. Fox is lying. CNN's, they're all lying. This isn't news. It's an agenda. It is not news. Nobody's telling you facts. They're telling you what they want you to believe. That's not facts.
Nope.
Oh my God.
They probably
you got me all fired up.
Yeah, they probably go into this like one meeting and then they feed them what they need to like produce and so that this is what they're showing in all these different channels, but that's not really what's happening.
Right. And you know what? Somebody did that on TikTok. They went to like NBC, ABC, CNN, and they all said the same exact thing. It's the same thing on every single channel. They're trying to brainwash you. And my family, other than me, is totally brainwashed. They are totally brainwashed.
Well,
I'm the only Republican. I'm it. It would a house full of Democrats.
Nah, it's like they're brainwashed or they're programmed based on like what they're seeing on TV, or just, you know, I could kind of go on, and you know, we know it's
I know
bullshit.
I don't know if you saw Tim Walz's last interview. the crazy vice president that they got from, hey, points at everybody and screams and yells. This is what he said in an interview. He said, we can't afford 4 more years like we just had. You guys were in charge, for Christ's sake. For Christ's sake, you were in charge the last 4 years.
Yeah.
Seriously, I lost so many friends over politics. I can't even tell you how many I lost.
Well, I mean, you can completely see the division of like what happened, especially during the pandemic, after the pandemic. I mean, it's not the same anymore prior to, but you can see how like people think and like how some people are awake, some are not, some are still kind of like waking up. And, and it's almost like it's going to take so much more, like this whole Diddy thing. Some people are waking up, but there's like all these different like situations or incidents and other things that they need to see before you can actually like wake up. Or they're probably on cognitive resonance is like what people are doing. They're just in denial.
And I mean, I see it so bad. I mean, I see the propaganda. I mean, they asked her 5 times now, what's her plan? And every time she says, I came from a middle-class family. First of all, no, you didn't. Her parents both had these amazing jobs. She didn't come from a middle-class family. But you keep saying that. It's bullshit. I came from a middle-class family. She didn't. My family was not doctors and lawyers, okay?
Yeah.
And people believe it. Oh my God, she came from a middle. No, she didn't. It drives me freaking nuts.
And she keeps saying that in her campaigns?
Yes.
God.
Yes. And Tim Walz, oh my God. I can't, like, if we make him vice president, it's going to be like having Bozo the Clown in office. The guy's a clown. He's a jokester. I'm going to be embarrassed to say that man's the vice president. I just
I hope not.
I mean, watch him. He's a bozo. I just don't get it.
But if you look at the history through time, though, the way that it works doesn't matter like who's in office and who's running. It goes, it basically goes, like Democrats and then Republicans goes in office. It kind of just like switches back. That's just
Right.
like what happens anyway. So
I know. And you know what? There's a lot of things people don't realize, and I don't know why we do this as a society. But once we elect somebody, once we have them elected, we just keep voting them back in. We never vote somebody back out. Once they're elected, it's very hard to vote them out. It's weird. We're weird.
well, they have an agenda and someone else is controlling everything. So
you know what? We got 5 minutes left. I want to hear your opinion on this because I like your opinions. I'm going to have you as a guest again. You were exciting to have. It was good. But here's my opinion. Did you see the New York police mayor? I mean, the New York mayor has been arrested.
Really?
New York City's mayor has been charged with, ready? Taking bribes from a foreign country. Democratic mayor.
So he got arrested. They got arrested.
He's getting arrested. Yes, he has been indicted by the grand jury. We got in New York City, the highest mayor, biggest city in America, arrested for a foreign country, taking money from a foreign country. Could you imagine?
Wow. What did he do?
I don't know, but right up before this, I was trying to say this right up before this, like 3 weeks ago, the police commissioner the mayor assigns the police chief, okay? The mayor, that's his business. He assigns his police chief. The FBI raided this police chief's house, okay, and arrested him. Then he puts a new police chief in, and the FBI raids the new police chief's house a week ago. And now they raided the mayor's house today, and the grand jury indicted him. He's going down.
It's going down.
He basically took a bribe from another country. I mean, it's insane.
There goes the mayor of New York and Diddy together.
Yes. Yes. And yes, they're going to be in the same cell. They're going to be in the same cell. But it's just shocking to me. I mean, how much money do you need? The mayor of New York City probably makes $400,000 a year, right? How much money do you need?
Just how greedy are these people are? Like, even think about think about how they already have they have everything, and why are they doing things that's going to bring them down for them to lose everything?
I totally agree. He's losing everything. He's gonna go to federal prison
Yeah.
for probably 10 years or something like that. And here's the thing, I don't know if anybody knows this out there, but federal prison is not like state prison. You get arrested, you are going to jail. You're not going to get probation. You are going to do jail time if you get arrested federally. Like, I totally believe Trump's going to go to jail. I do. If Trump does not get elected, he's going to jail. I'll guarantee he's going to jail.
They tried so many times.
I know. I think he will, though. I think they will sentence him to jail if he's not elected.
Who are the other choices that we have for president?
I know, but I really do. I think Trump, this election is for his freedom. I think he's going to jail if he doesn't get elected. I'd be shocked if he didn't. I think they're going to sentence him to jail.
We'll
and here's the other thing. I never thought we live in a country where we would arrest the candidate for president. Never in my life. That's the foreign countries do that, you know?
Yeah, that's crazy. There's so much going on right now. We only know like a little bit of it.
You know what? I'm getting text messages. So we do have a lot of people watching, because I just got a text message and it said Danny Miner for president. It just came across my screen. So they're listening to us. Oh my God. Listen, thank you for being on. Is there anything else you want to go? I think we hit everything, right?
I think we hit everything. I mean, there's more to talk about, but we're running out of time. But there's more to tell later on.
All right. I'll have you back again. Good luck on Saturday. I'll probably be there Saturday, so I'll probably see you.
All right. I'll see you on Saturday.
All right. Thank you for coming on. Have a good one.
Thanks for having me.
All right. Bye-bye.